Welcome to a special edition of the CK Podcast here from our home studios and not our downtown studios, because I will be watching my Oakland Raiders beat the Denver Donkeys today on Monday Night Football. We'll be discussing the latest with Buddy Hield's GoFundMe page, the documentary that we released, the process, all the hard work that went behind that video. Also, my thoughts on Antonio Brown and how it's really affecting other things besides football. To me, this isn't about football anymore, and I'll get more into that. But before we do, this episode is presented by Valley Tire Center. Make sure to follow them, download the new mobile app, and get ready, guys, for the premiere on September 25th. Brett Pedroia talking shop, having special guests from the tire industry, from the automotive industry. So if you're into cars, if you're into tires, if you're into brakes, anything regarding the automobile world, you guys will really enjoy this podcast premiering on September 25th. Also, if you do download the app, you will have a chance to win multiple prizes, which include Sacramento Kings tickets in Section 106 for the upcoming season. Let's get back to the Buddy Hield documentary that we released. A lot of hard work went into that. But first off, my prayers and my thoughts are with the people in the Bahamas. A lot of things have happened since we've been in the Bahamas, and as Buddy stated in an interview, bro, we were just there, and when the disastrous hurricane came and wiped out so much stuff and just so many people, it hit me really hard. Like, it hit me at home right here. And anytime anyone has like some type of illness, you always do say, my prayers are with you, and you do feel some of that pain. But when it hits you hard, like my dad just got over cancer about a month ago, right before I left to the Bahamas, as a matter of fact, 2 days before he had the surgery that took away the cancerous cyst he had in his kidney. And when it happens to you, it's just different, right? You can't really explain it. I don't know why. It's the selfish part of human beings, I guess. But when that happened, don't get me wrong, don't mix up that. I don't feel bad for other people. Like, I genuinely do. But again, when it hits you within your inner circles, within your family, it hits you a little bit harder. And having to experience the Bahamas, the gratitude, just the amazing people that are from that island, and you see all these disasters on TV and the floods and the people that are dying and the little boy that the wind and water just took away from his father. Those things really, really hurt. And we've done all we can to bring awareness to Buddy Hield's GoFundMe page, right? Hurricane Dorian Relief in the Bahamas. It's at $175,000 right now. I know Trey Young, Kevin Martin individually put $25K and $10K respectively, which has really helped. But a lot of the people have stepped up to the plate. Buddy put $1 million goal. It's at $175,000. He put $100K. Vivek and the Kings put $100K and matched it towards a different page, but still going to the same cause. And then DeAndre Ayton stepped up and put $100K as well in a different fund. So a lot of people are stepping up, and it makes me really happy, because that means that this world is heading in a better direction where you feel compassion for others. And the purpose of that video, at least for me, was to convey that message that even though you have all this money, all this fame, for Buddy Hield, that's not enough. He wants to help. And the first thing that came out of his mouth when I met up with him on that Tuesday, when he was doing media all day for the Kings, and he came into our office to do this portion of the interview, which we ended up adding to the documentary. That wasn't planned. It just happened the way it did. The first thing that comes out of his mouth is, God doesn't make mistakes. So when you think about those type of things, it makes you think like, oh my gosh, God really put these human beings on earth that are strong-willed, that are compassionate, true leaders, true leaders. not these fake ones that claim to be leaders. And it makes you appreciate it so much more, because he could have easily said, my people are dying, I'm so angry right now. But he has managed to stay positive throughout all of these disasters. And his phone, he was so overwhelmed when he got there, and I completely understood it. I try to make and just maximize his time, right, respectfully, and we got the job done. We voiced the beginning of the video, right, where he's running on the beach, and we tried to just be cordial of his time. I feel like we did. And listening to that in person, him telling me face to face, and then listening to it again in post production, it just amazes me how blessed this organization is to have a guy like Buddy Hield represent them in so many ways and so many facets. And he truly is the people's champ, as we named the documentary. I'm just so happy and just proud of our team, proud of Emmanuel for putting in so much work. He did a great job. And the 1-minute teaser where he pretty much recapped the entire week for us. He did his own version on his channel as well. Magnificent video. Must watch if you haven't watched it. And then we put a lot of work together on this documentary, and it makes me so proud because we've grown so much as a company here in Sacramento. And I feel like we're only going to keep growing, and we're only going to keep getting better and providing this type of coverage for you guys. Storytelling at its finest, I feel like. Genuine storytelling, because I told that story through my eyes, through my voice, the way I saw it. And the way I saw it, which there were parts where we ended up not putting in there, which was like, there's a lot of people who are public figures, that have fame, that have money, that just send other people to do their good deeds, right? Buddy Hield isn't afraid to get his hands dirty. He wants to be there and actually make change. And to me, that just stood out to me. He literally took us into the inner city when we were on the white beaches, right, with beautiful sun, the resort area, which is not the Bahamas. The Bahamas, it's outside of that, which is everything else. The inner city, the poverty. And you see those type of things. And we went out there, gave out backpacks, and you just saw how his people embraced him as the leader that he is, as the golden child. But he's earned that because he's put so much blood, sweat, and tears into giving back to his community in so many ways. And just public speaking, trying to inspire others, taking pictures, giving out backpacks, food, etc. He's done it all. And that shows that, again, there's hope on this earth. Even when things look bad and you have all these other public figures saying some crazy things. I'm not going to say, names, but these type of guys give you hope. And hopefully that video really conveyed that message of no matter how much money you have, you must want to give back. Like, that's the essence of life, in my opinion. Giving back, helping others, even if it's 1 penny, if it's 10 cents, 25 cents, $1, whatever the case may be. If you help others, God will multiply, triplify your blessings, because if it comes out of your heart, good things will happen. So right now, his relief GoFundMe page is at $175K, $175,000. So happy to see that. They're close to 500,000, I think, overall, and it's gonna keep going up from there. So thank you to him for spending time with us, for hosting us in the Bahamas, and for getting this word out that not only is he an amazing person, but he's also a great basketball player, right? On top of all of that. And the future is so bright for this organization, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here. He's only 26 years old, as I mentioned in the video, and I just can't wait to see what the future beholds for him and this organization. So we go from a very inspiring story to now another guy who all over the place from the get-go since he got there with the helmet issue, with his feet going overseas, and just that entire story was ludicrous in itself. And then for his agent today to come out and said it didn't work out because he essentially blamed the Raiders for all of it when the Raiders were behind him, supporting every stupid thing he would do. And for him to say those type of things just shows the type of character that the classless teammate that he is. It's disgusting to see how selfish a human being can be like Antonio Brown. And if that was his plan all along to get to the Patriots, he didn't have to do these classless acts. There's no need for those type of things because this is bigger than football. Now, what he just did was for this upcoming generation who are watching, who are leeches to the TV and who look up to these guys, they might be thinking like, well, AB did it. Why can't I do it? Is this the way I should act now? Throw these tantrums to get what I want? It's really disappointing to see. And as I've had multiple conversations with a lot of people regarding this situation, I do think he's a bad guy. And I think he's very selfish. And when you're selfish to that extent, I can't support you. So even if you're a Patriots fan, why would I want to support you? The Patriots won 33-3 without him. Do you really want that type of headache, that type of human being in your organization? Do you really want that? Is the question. Now, if he messes that up, and his career is over, there won't be another organization that will take a flyer on him. At least I don't think so. But again, it is the NFL where talent trumps any little humanless act, right? I mean, we've had guys that have hit women, that have done drugs, that have hit children, and they get third, fourth opportunities. Again, I'm not against second chances. I think he's had a second chance with the Raiders after being a complete diva with Pittsburgh Steelers. And he continues to get chances because he's just so gifted. An all-time great talent, no question about it. All-time great talent. But at some point, you have to ask yourself, is he worth the headache? Is it right, ethically speaking, morally speaking? To me, it's disappointing. It really is. It's disgusting to me, the way he's acted. Those are my thoughts on that. I just wanted to come on here again. Monday Night Football today. Broncos versus Raiders. Going to be a great game. Hopefully this motivates and inspires the Raiders to have a good year and to push through adversity, because a lot of dudes' jobs are on the line, Derek Carr included. He has a lot to prove. Hopefully he regains his form. Super Bowl Derek Carr, right before he broke his leg, where the Raiders were really damn good. And then after that, the downfall started again. Disappointing. But again, no excuses. He's healthy for the first time in a long time. And we'll see what he can do with John Gruden. Those are my thoughts on that. If you guys want to help out Buddy Hield reach his $1 million goal, you guys can go to gofundme.com/FR28PR Hurricane Dorian Relief in the Bahamas. I'll have a link to it in the description. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this recap of what's going on, what the process was like to make that type of a video. Lots of post-production, lots of hours, just the scripts and the hard work that went behind it. This is the week where I will get married. I get married on Friday, so it's a big week for me, how my life is changing, how I'm becoming one with my future wife, right? Who's been there the entire way, who has seen this company grow, and I'm just super excited to see where we're at, and what type of projects we'll be working on. We're super excited to bring you guys frontline coverage as we have the past 5 years since I've been managing editor. And again, thank you guys so much. Without your support, none of this would happen. And on behalf of the entire CK team, thank you guys. And again, don't forget to get your shirts, right? Don't sleep on Sacramento. This is for you guys. That's why we put them at the lowest cost possible, which was $20. Premium cotton, super soft. Links will be in the description. See you guys on the next one.